Let me be absolutely clear. Mr. Palmer, Mr. Sean Campbell, Mr. Kara Jones, and Andre St. John, the four gentlemen, they have their live appeal before the court.
She also rejected claims of alleged prayers from Kartel's mother. According to the justice, the claims amounted to hearsay.
What is up, my people? Welcome back to Kenny Uncha TV, and we have a lot of details, very important as it relates to Vybz Kartel Retrial court hearing. Also, along with the update, we have some exclusive interview that explain every single thing that take place in the Jamaica Supreme Court in full details. Before we jump into the details, I really appreciate if you guys leave a like on this video and also subscribe to this channel so that way you won't miss out on the latest updates.
So there are family members who were harmed, hurt, disappointed by inaccurate news. This is for them. They still have an appeal, and we have our prayers and our love and support for the gentleman.
So the Jamaican Court of Appeal scheduled for the hearing on whether Vybz Kartel and his co-accused should do a retrial or they should set free. So what took place in that courtroom is Vybz Kartel's son Adidja Jaim Palmer made an affidavit which he explained in full details that his father Vybz Kartel won't be able to withstand another retrial due to medical issues. He said in particular his heart is not strong enough to obtain another retrial. In details, Vybz Kartel's son said that he heard his grandmother, who is Teresa Wilson Palmer, prayed for Vybz Kartel release every single night. Now the court determined that it's not accurate that Vybz Kartel's son could possibly heard his grandmother prayed every single night to release his son. So they're saying that that's not possible. Now they're throwing out that affidavit on hearsay grounds.
Kartel's son, Adidja Jaim Palmer, outlined in his filing that he believed his father's heart would be unable to manage a retrial due to a medical report. Kartel, whose given name is Adidja Palmer, has faced several health scares since he was incarcerated in 2014. The young Palmer alleged in his affidavit that his grandmother prays every night for his father to be released from prison. The young Palmer alleged that his father's imprisonment has affected their family life. The DPP objected. Justice Marva MacDonald Bishop agreed in part. She struck out the parts of the youngster's affidavit that spoke to his father's medical condition. She also rejected claims of alleged prayers from Kartel's mother. According to the justice, the claims amounted to hearsay and involved matters the young Palmer had no competence to speak to. The DPP's office also attempted to object to aspects of Kartel's affidavit, claiming his human rights were being violated by terrible prison conditions in Jamaica. The judge refused to uphold those objections.
Now this have been ruled out by the court alongside with Sean Storm's sister, who also made an affidavit that it's not possible for Sean Storm to get a fair retrial under circumstances that now this case is public and everyone sharing an opinion online could definitely affect how people think and to get a perfectly jury to conduct this situation.
The judges also threw out objections to aspects of Sean Campbell's affidavit, which criticized the coverage of the matter by untrained journalists and online bloggers. Sean Storm believes that coverage has colored public perception and has brought into question the possibility of him receiving a fair retrial. His sister also alleged in her filing that the family would be unable to find the money to mount a defense if a retrial were ordered. She says in her affidavit that the Jamaican justice system would be unable to find an impartial jury to rehear the matter. Despite the acting DPP's objections, the justices allowed those aspects of the affidavit to stand.
And as it relates to Mr. St. John's affidavit, he actually outlined a very important question that he asks. He asks if it's possible and they happen to get a retrial, when will this retrial be? And according to the Supreme Court, they have around 6 years of backlog of cases that scheduled to retrial. So in this case, if it happened that Vybz Kartel and the co-accused get a retrial, this could last up to years for the retrial proceeding to start.
It was the affidavit of Andre St. John that raised the issue of uncertainty as to when a retrial would be held if one were ordered. The justices inquired as to whether there was a backlog of cases sent back to the Supreme Court for retrial. Having not received a satisfactory response, Justice Marva MacDonald Bishop noted that the judges would instruct the Registrar of the Court of Appeal to find out the status of cases where retrials have been ordered. Justice MacDonald Bishop noted that the length of time it was taking for retrials to begin was material to Kartel's case. She insisted that it was the need to be fair that led her to request the report. Defense counsel advised the judges that it would be fair if they requested a report on cases going back 6 years. The retrial matter is being heard by Justices Marva MacDonald Bishop, Paulette Williams, and David Fraser.
My people, alongside it will take years for them to proceed with the retrial, also it would definitely cost the state a whole lot of money, nothing less than maybe $150 million. I'm just putting out a random numbers, just guessing, but this will definitely come in from Jamaicans' taxpayer money. So this retrial will definitely cost a lot and take a lot and take up a whole lot of time as well. The state also owe Vybz Kartel a lot of money as well for the Privy Council Court of Appeal applications. So my people, there's a lot of things in consideration about this. Now Vybz Kartel lawyer also speak out new evidence possibly up right now going into this court hearing. My people, it's gonna be a lot, so you guys should definitely stay tuned for all the details.
Yes, we are satisfied, and if it is that while we're making the submissions we should take issue with any of those, I'm certain that we will raise them at the appropriate time. As we spoke, all of the appellants are eager to have their matter dealt with so that the issue of their freedom can finally be determined. They're eager to return to society and to their families. So we are endeavoring to ensure that that is attainable.
So that's the voice of Vybz Kartel lawyer Alexandra LaBeach.
The highly anticipated retrial hearing got underway promptly at 9:30 this morning. As is the norm whenever the self-styled world boss has a matter set for mention, the courtroom was packed. This led to a second room being used to accommodate the overflow of attorneys, journalists, and court staff who had gathered to read the legal tea leaves. The country's acting director of public prosecutions, Claudette Thompson, took to her feet shortly after proceedings got underway. She raised several preliminary objections to aspects of the affidavits filed by the accused men and their relatives. Two of her objections stood out.
There you have it, my people, a full breakdown of what actually take place in that Court of Appeal of Vybz Kartel Retrial court hearing. Now, my people, leave in the comment section what your thoughts on this, if it's possibly that there will be a retrial in this Vybz Kartel case or they will walk free. Let me all know what y'all think about that in the comment section below. And my people, please do remember to leave a like on this video and also subscribe to this channel for the latest news and reviews. I'm out.